Hello and welcome to Lynn TV. I'm Lucy Robson with today's main stories. Events were held across PAPHOS district today in celebration of the British royal wedding. Well-wishers watched the ceremony on TVs in bars, restaurants and clubs and celebrated in traditional British fashion outdoors with street parties. In London, millions flocked to Westminster Abbey and Buckingham Palace to catch a glimpse of newlyweds Prince William and Kate Middleton, whose new official titles are Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Meanwhile, for those who missed the ceremony today, an evening event is taking place in Armu village. Called the Armu After Event, a screening of the wedding will take place at the village coffee house from 7 in the evening. The screening will continue for several hours. Wine and snacks will be available. And a 22-year-old man underwent hours of surgery following a collision with his mother near Agoussos. The youth was riding on a dirt track on his motorcycle when he crashed head-on with the car his mother was driving. He is in critical condition in PAPHOS General Hospital. And Easter Sunday saw the launch of a new campaign for St. Michael's Hospice in the framework of its recently launched 400 Countdown campaign aimed at raising €400,000. The St. Michael's Hospice is selling symbolic keys for €10 each. Named Let's Open the Door, cash raised by the drive will help fund the completion of the hospice palliative care facilities. More details about the new key drive can be found at www.stmichaelshospice.info. Alternatively, keys can be purchased at one of the hospice charity shops located opposite St. Paul's Pillar Church in Gatto Paphos. And a peculiar sight attracted tourists and locals alike in Paphos Harbour recently when a cinema crew filmed an unusual dining scene meters above the remnants of the old fort. Future Generations Productions were filming part of a new thriller action movie called The Exodus by independent director George Vulgaris on a dining table hanging above the remains of ancient fortifications at the far end of the harbour. The film, which features scenes from across Cyprus, will be screened at the Thessaloniki Film Festival and is scheduled for release next year. And on Tuesday it was decided that a political committee would be established to steer final preparations for Cyprus's EU presidency in the second half of 2012. The EU has said that it hopes Cyprus will assume the EU presidency as a reunited island. And this week the European Commission proposed to include in the 2012 EU draft budget an additional €25 million of funding for the Turkish Cypriot community. The funds are planned to be used to support reunification of Cyprus, divided since the 1974 Turkish invasion, in a variety of sectors ranging from education to civil society, rural development and the environment. And finally, one of Paphos's best-loved church events starts next Wednesday at Aya Gyriaki in Gatto Paphos. Now in its 8th year, the 2011 Flower Festival is based around the theme of celebrations, with more than 20 flower arrangements illustrating the idea. The festival is a collaboration between the Anglican Church of Paphos and the Latin Catholic Church. Admission to the 3-day festival is free, but there is a small charge for a multilingual program. Well, that's all for this week's News Roundup. Join us again on Monday for a fresh update of local news.